What's up, guys? Corntrix02 here with another edition of What's New WWE special, WWE Network special, Roadblock. Just went off the air, and I gotta say, it was a pretty decent show. And all the matches were basically pretty good, in my opinion. So I'm gonna just run down every single match on the card, like I do every video. And here we go. The first match on the card was the New Day, the WWE Tag Team Champions, the New Day, defending their titles against um, Barrett and Sheamus of the League of Nations. This match was a pretty good way to start off the pay per view. I mean, it was actually it was a lot really decent. Uh, for a match that I was not really looking forward to, I actually really did enjoy this matchup. Kofi and Big E always doing their thing, and then you got Xavier on the outside. Before that, they cut a freaking promo about some Bootios, and they actually had a box of cereal with the Bootios like picture on it and everything. A little promo. It was funny. So we see that the New Day are going into a returning face um, now. So but yeah, anyway, back to the match though. It was good, but it all ended with the big ending to Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett's gonna get all these falls till he's no longer in the WWE because that seems like what's happening with him. So yeah, New Day retains the tag championships. Next was Chris Jericho, who came out and cut a promo. I thought it was originally going to be a highlight reel segment, but he actually came out there and actually wrestled Jack Swagger. He cut a promo talking about AJ Styles and crapping on Toronto and his homeland Canada. Um, and then he mentioned how the fans turned on him and loved it when Jack Swagger beat him for in cashing his money in the bank in 2010. And Lorfo, there goes Jack Swagger, comes out, and just Swagger and Jericho have a match. Goes a pretty good amount of time, but the crowd was not into it. They were chanting CM Punk and a whole bunch of other things. Swagger's just not over, man. But that We the People still over, man. People still say We the People, but as far as him, and just no. You're in the lowest of lows when you tap out the Chris Jericho's Walls of Jericho, because Jericho never beats anybody with that. But he beat Jack Swagger tonight with the walls and tapped them out, and now Jericho's going to move on to most likely, as we all know, AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Next was probably my second favorite match of the night. The WWE NXT Tag Team Champions were aligned as the champions. Dash and Dawson, the Revival, defended against Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy one more time. The last match they had at the NXT special was awesome, and this one was no different. This match had everything that you could possibly want in a tag team match. You had your false finishes, you had your outside dives. It was one spot where they do their little air Enzo thing, where like kind of like the I don't even know what to compare that to. I guess mostly poetry in motion, but it's that move where Enzo like jumps into the arms of Colin Cassidy and hits a clothesline, but this time he like turned him around in the opposite direction and hit either Dash or Dawson. That was a sick spot. It did the same thing to the outside. Um, and Dawson always doing their thing, man. They got that 80s tag team style, man, where they just go in there and just be smash mount. That brainbuster style, man. Arn Anderson, uh, just smash mount tag team wrestling, man. Um, and they're always fun to read. I can't wait. I hope these guys really do make it big on the main roster because they need a tag. There's no other tag teams like them on the roster, and they really make face tag teams like Enzo and Cass look really really good. Um, but one I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, they hit towards the end of the match. They actually did their tag team finisher, which is like a flapjack into a code breaker on the outside to Colin Cassidy, took him out, and then they picked him up. The coolest thing ever. They picked up Enzo like they were about to do like a freaking doomsday device, but instead of like doing a clothesline, he freaking did the code breaker flapjack combination from the top rope and pinned him. And just like that, Enzo and Cass fall short once again, and Dash and Dawson, man, reign supreme one here at the WWE special. Next, we had a match that was made in the back. Natalia was talking to Charlotte in the back and wanted her to put her title on around the night here in Canada for the to honor her uncle Brett. And Charlotte agreed to it, and they went out there and had a match. This match was also really good. Um, this match went pretty long. I thought it was going to be one of the shorter matches of the night, but this match actually went pretty long, and it was very enjoyable. Just a lot of technical wrestling in this, back and forth technical wrestling. Um, Natalia's always going to do her thing. Charlotte's, based on the top of the mountain in WWE right now when it comes to the divas. But it would all end when Natalia would put the sharpshooter on Charlotte, and the crowd popped really loud for that too. Usually you don't see that, but they popped really loud for the sharpshooter. Well, obviously it's Toronto, so that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense actually. But then Ric Flair would reach out to Charlotte and try to drag her outside the ring, I guess. But he didn't even they didn't even really touch, and and Natalia let go of the submission for some reason. And when she did that, they gave Charlotte the opening to roll her up and put her legs on the ropes and get the 3 count. So Charlotte moves on to defend her championship at WrestleMania against Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. Next, we had the handicap match. Yes, a handicap match. You were looking for Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar 1-on-1. That did not happen. Before this match started, Bray Wyatt cut a promo saying that him and Luke Harper were going to face Brock Lesnar and in a handicap match. And the thing is, it wasn't a handicap match. We didn't even get that. We got Luke Harper versus basically Brock Lesnar 1-on-1 because Bray Wyatt was didn't do anything. Just he got off the apron and watched. He didn't watch from the freaking like beside the ring. This dude was watching from the entrance ramp like a little pussy. Um, it was crazy. I don't know what's up with that, but I guess apparently Bray Wyatt is the face of fear. Fear is Brock Lesnar for sure. And he got out of there. Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt had a pretty decent matchup for a short match. We got to see Luke Harper actually get some offense in. There was super kick, discus, clothesline on Brock, and all that stuff. But then he started hitting those Germans. Took him to Suplex City, hit that F5, and it was game over. And then Bray Wyatt hightailed it out of there. He was gone after that. Left Luke Harper laying in the ring. Next match that was not announced was Sami Zayn came and had a match with Stardust. This match went really, really long, man, and Stardust got a lot of freaking offense in. What I did not like about this match is how the crowd were they weren't really into this matchup, honestly, and it made me for a guy like Sami Zayn who's trying to make a name for himself, and he just got there. The fans need to support him fully, and I feel like they didn't really do that. Maybe because of Stardust, I don't know what it was, but the crowd was not into it. They were chanting other stuff, JBL and CM Punk throughout the match, and I don't get it. They kind of came alive once the end came around where he hit the haluva kick and pinned him. But before that, the crowd was kind of they were dead and they were chanting different stuff, and I just didn't appreciate them doing that to Sami Zayn. So, well, what's the deal, Toronto? You want to support Sami Zayn and guys like that? You want new stars? You can't do that. You can't do that. But anyway, Sami Zayn gets the victory over Stardust in a long match. It was pretty long. Um, and next was the main event: Dean Ambrose versus Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This match was awesome. I really enjoyed it. This was back. This reminded me of a classic, uh, pre PG era main event. And when I say that, and a lot of people may disagree with me, but as much as I love the Spots Fest and seeing suicide dives, so many like all that stuff, and all these different spots, crazy choreographed spots that the most wrestlers do nowadays. It's good to sometimes have a match where it's just a straight up just the guys just going at it, man. And that's what Dean Ambrose and Triple H did. I mean, yes, there were spots. We did see Dean Ambrose hit the suicide dive. We did see a couple things, but there was a lot of technical wrestling and punching and just straight out brawling going on in that matchup, and I really enjoyed that. And I feel like the crowd did not appreciate that. They're so spoiled. I feel like the current WWE crowds are just so spoiled with those kind of just fast paced, high flyer, indie kind of matches that they don't appreciate matches like what happened tonight. And I really enjoyed it. We got to see clotheslines and everything this matchup, man. One awesome spot they did where Triple H did his patented face buster, knee face buster, and he backed up, hit that discus, that rebound lariat on Triple H. Um, that's a lot of cool stuff. And towards the end, Dean Ambrose hit his flying elbow from the top rope to the outside, and then tried to put Triple H on the table and do it through the table. But Triple H moved out the way, and when he slipped back in the ring after the 9 count, hit him with that pedigree. 1, 2, 3. Triple H retains the WWE Championship. But before I forgot to mention that Dean Ambrose actually almost won it. This was the awesome false finish right here by the well, it wasn't really, I guess it wasn't really a false, it was a false finish. um Dean Ambrose hit the dirty deeds on Triple H and actually got the 3 count, and the crowd thought the match was over, but the ref said that he, at the last second, he saw his leg was outside of the ropes, was on the ropes, so he called it off, waved that off. That was very I actually really enjoyed that. That was very creative of WWE to do a finish like that. A little false finish like that. I enjoyed that a lot. Make you actually think that Dean Ambrose could have actually beat Triple H because he did not kick out of that Dirty D's. There was only two. We didn't see 100, pedigrees, 100 Dirty D's. There was one of each finisher, and I actually really appreciate that because sometimes you get just tired of the people breaking. Like it kind of makes people's finishers look weak when they continuously just break out of them over and over and over again. I love false finishes, but sometimes it's just good to have a one finish and one and done. But anyway, guys, the Roadblock was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Tell me what you think in the comments below of the entire special. We are officially, I mean, we've been on the road to WrestleMania, but we are really, really now. We're going on we're on the home stretch to WrestleMania 32. So, like I said, tell me what you thought about the pay per view below, and comment, rate, subscribe. So there you go, everybody. Peace.